Hello, good evening. Thank you, Vasilis, thank you, Courtney, for your support. Thank you all for being here. Je suis Simon Castets, directeur des projets stratégiques de LUMA Arles. Je vais parler en anglais. I'm most grateful to the entire LUMA team for making this formidable gathering possible, and would like to take the occasion to say a particular thank you to Vasilis, Martin Guinard, and Fabienne Grönig, to Luz Grali, to Julia Facchini, François Malingeau, Juliette Carnin, here representing the production team, as well as to Stella Tabashnikov, who has been incredibly helpful, and to the person doing the translation. E.A.T, short for Experiments in Art and Technology, is until January 11th the subject of a sprawling exhibition at LUMA Arles, organized in partnership with the Getty Research Institute, represented here by Nancy Perloff. The thoughtfulness, generosity of spirit, and enthusiasm of the GRI, with our dangerously expansionist approach to our version of the exhibition, has been nothing short of extraordinary. I'd be remiss if I didn't take this occasion to thank her again, as well as Glenn Phillips and their team, on behalf of LUMA. On the symposium's occasion, it is a wonderful honor for us to take part in the centennial celebration organized by the Robert Rauschenberg Foundation, represented here by Francine Snyder. So we thank them for their support and participation. Please join me in giving both Nancy and Francine a very warm round of applause. Called Sensing the Future, the exhibition revisits, for the first time in France, what was undoubtedly the most unapologetically ambitious and utopian initiative to foster collaborations between artists and scientists around the globe. Yet for all its legends, E.A.T is not as well known as it should, and these 2 days are an occasion to descend from the tip of the iceberg into the submerged cold depths of the lesser known, or even to the entirely unknown aspects of experiments in art and technology. Founded in 1966 by Rauschenberg, Whitman, Kluwer, and Waldauer, E.A.T ushered in hundreds of joint projects at the crossroads of art and engineering, from New York to Stockholm, Guatemala City, Ahmedabad, Tokyo, and more. Integrating theater, visual arts, multisensory environments, and then groundbreaking technology, E.A.T's pioneering cross-disciplinary approach extended far beyond the art world into pressing social issues, such as access to education and, already then, environmental sustainability. In a decidedly more benevolent, yet equally animated echo of the Futurist Manifesto, where Marinetti in 1909 wanted to, quote, sing the love of danger, the habit of energy and rashness, end of quote, E.A.T's own declaration of principles talked about civilized collaborations between groups unrealistically developing in isolation, and about the moral imperative to, and I quote again, avoid the waste of a cultural revolution. The goalposts keep moving, but that hope remains alive and necessary today. As Vasilis mentioned earlier, the spirit animates us here at LUMA. We're giving artists a platform to experiment at a uniquely generous scale and over unusually long periods of time is a core tenet of our action. Tomorrow alone, in the few hours before the symposium begins, among the many works and exhibitions you can experience, you can visit Philippe Parreno's in situ works Danny and No More Reality, Ho Tzu Nien's new installation, Phantoms of Endless Day, as part of his first solo show in France, as well as Neil Belufa and Studio EBB's Sibylle, a collaboration with Tony Orsler, and Mission Frisson, a mini sporting theme park created with a local high school. These are as many examples of artists making use of today's most innovative technologies, often with the help of experts and engineers, sometimes in messy ways. They are not looking to illustrate what those technologies can do for the sake of technologies themselves, but they are ambitiously exploring how to advance their work and the very idea of collaboration in previously unexplored ways. Billy Kluwer liked to talk about E.A.T as a transducer, meaning a device that converts variations in a physical quantity, such as pressure or brightness or sound, like this microphone, into an electrical signal, or vice versa. A transducer is a mechanism that turns a type of energy or force into another. We will be talking today and tomorrow about transduction, that of the perfect storm that made E.A.T possible, that gave it the velocity and wherewithal to expand beyond its initial framework, but also about its feedback loops, its blind spots, and its uniqueness in a landscape where, to this day, many have claimed its legacy while often failing to deliver on its promise. The symposium will unfold over 2 days, with this afternoon titled Creating, Countering, Echoing, an Introduction to E.A.T and its Legacy. We're most grateful to be joined by a stellar group of speakers, some of whom spoke to us by video since they could not be here in person. This is the case with Julie Martin, who, as many of you know, is a director of E.A.T, where she has been a key member of the staff since 1967, working closely with Billy Kluver, other co-founders and main protagonists. As such, she's an extraordinary source of knowledge, and her archive has been invaluable in developing the LUMA version of Sensing the Future. Now to Julie. Thank you.